Dear students, see, I have already written the name. That is because my first part of this video has gone soundless, and now I am re-recording. The first part in which I have covered Indian Constitution. Okay, why does a country need constitution? The first question. The lesson starts with why do we need? Why there's a need of constitution? What is a constitution? That we need to understand first. Constitution is like it's a rule book. Explaining the rules for everyone, the citizen of the country, the people of the country, the administrator, judiciary, and everyone, even the rulers, including the rulers, how and what they are free to do, what are their rights and what are their duties, what the rule book or what a country's government promises to its subjects, civilians. That is in the written format is called constitution. That is in the written format it is called constitution. Now suppose, why do we need a constitution? Suppose there's a class, your class, 8th standard. In 8th standard, if there are no rules, when the teachers will come, which teacher will come, what they'll teach, where the students will sit, where the girls will sit, where the boys are going to sit, if there are no rules, what will happen? People will not follow the rule. Somebody will come, somebody will go, somebody will not come, somebody will not teach. So it is what is the aim of the class? The aim of the class, the students sitting in the class want to learn. The teacher, they have to teach. And the progress, educational progress has been seen, recorded, given, fulfilled. If this is not happening, what will happen then? People will not be able to develop. People will not be able to develop. And that is why we need a constitution. So the tagline is Constitution plays very important role. Constitution plays very important role to develop a country, to run a country, and to restrict a country with the limitations. With all, for the safety of the people, subjects living in the country, and limitations of the ruler, limit the rulers, the country needs a constitution. Okay. So this is why we need a constitution. Country like us, India, is a democratic country. Democratic country means everyone is free. Everyone has been given right in it. Everyone has its role to play. Now who will define this role? Who will tell? How will we come to know what we need to do, what we are free to do, and what we shall not do at all? These things are illustrated in a rule book, and that is a constitution, and that is why we need a constitution. Country, democratic country, all over the world, democratic countries are having their own constitution. Some are having most part in written, some are having some part in oral also. A constitution, Indian constitution. Okay, Indian constitution. Indian constitution, how it is made. Now we are going to learn the key features. The first one is federalism. Okay, now how and what is our experience? What is our background, culture? Every country has its own ancient culture. Every country has its own background, and that has made the constitution of the country. Our country, several years before, thousands of years before, there were Chalukyas, Pandavas, Pallavas, Mauryas, so many dynasties were ruling. The Prithviraj Chauhan was ruling somewhere, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj has ruled, somewhere Tipu Sultan ruled, there were Mughal invasions also, Mughals also ruled on this country, several kings, kingdoms, rulers, they have ruled in several parts. India is a country with vast land. The culture differs. People somewhere, in some part they are speaking Marathi, some part Assamese is spoken, some part Bengali is spoken, somewhere Punjabi is spoken, somewhere Rajasthani, Gujarati, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Kannada. These languages are spoken. In the northern part, Kashmiri is spoken. In the northern plains, Hindi, Punjabi, Urdu, Rajasthani, Gujarati is spoken. In the easternmost, Garo, Khasi, Jaitia, then Assamese, Mizo, these are the languages, those are spoken. Even Nepali is being practiced, spoken. In India, in the central part of India, here in Marathi, Odisha, so there are rivers, there are cultures, there are languages, they are separate. There are traditions even separate. In some parts are some other festivals are seen, like in Pongal in the North India, Pola in Maharashtra, Gudi Padwa in Maharashtra, right? Diwali is celebrated all over India. But there are several other traditions, those are followed and celebrated. So culturally even there is diversity. Culturally India has some diversity. So due to this, all reasons our constitution makers have to think about, and this diversity to bring in unity, and country wise, land wise, the country is so big, to make it united, we have accepted our constitution, and the first key feature of the constitution is federalism. Federal. Our country is federal. How? There are many villages. And to look up the village, there we need a local government, that is called as panchayat. That is called as panchayat. Above panchayat, many villages come together and it makes ZP, Zilla, or we say district. So we have ZP. Above it, we have, this is the part of state government. And all the states of India are centralized under the central government. Central government. What it means? Now see, villages are separate. To see on what villages are doing, on that basis, the village government, Panchayat Raj, which is elected government, which elected rulers are there, elected members, they look after the village. While ZP, they are also elected members and they look after the Zilla district. State government has its own government that look after overall the state. And in this way, this has been federal. It is a federal part. So small part is looked after by small government and the whole is seen by the central government from Delhi. Delhi is the capital of our country. So from Delhi, the central government looks after all the states. States are created on the basis of culture and language. Even rivers are considered in it. So these three parts are considered and made it states. The states are created, and these states are working for that limited area. Likewise, in Maharashtra, Marathi is spoken, Gujarat, Gujarati is spoken, right? In Punjab, Punjabi is spoken. So this is how they are divided. They are collected, right? So they are brought in one rule, in one state, and that is Punjab, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Bengal, okay, Odisha. So these kind of formation of the government we have, that is federalism. That is federalism, and these federal states are working under the central government. It's like American Constitution, American federalism. We have accepted at least 50% of the federalism from the American Constitution. American Constitution has the same federal structure, but the rights of the federal structure are separate. Here in India, the rights of the federal structure are so open. The state government is free for the development of the state, as well as it is binded. It is strictly, they have to follow the central government rule. They have to follow the central government rule. The safety is not the matter of the state government only. The border safety. That is totally under the central government. So many departments are under central government, and fewer others are in the state government. Likewise, local transportation is under the central government, while the central transportation railway, that is under the central government. So these kind of things, separation has been done. This structure is called federalism. Second point. The second key feature of Indian Constitution is parliamentary form of the government. Parliamentary form of the government.